Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. My name is Andrea Johnson. I'm a Reiki master and psychic development teacher and an inner work and manifestation coach. Welcome to another episode of what I like to call Conscious Coffee Talks, where we have a discussion to expand our consciousness. So today I have a matcha latte. With that being said, let's dive into today's topic. So I just recently made a video on signs that your manifestation is coming. So if you haven't checked that one out, check that one out. I'll link it down below. But in this video, we're gonna go the opposite direction. So what to do when your manifestation is not showing up. So I think we have all been there, guys. We've all wanted something in our lives. We have this desire. Our soul has gifted us with this vision, right? And we are like, all right, I know how to script. I know my affirmations. I know like the signs to look for in the universe and like take the breadcrumbs and blah, blah, blah. Like you get that you have to be a vibrational match for this thing, right? So you start doing all the work. You start doing all the inner work, clearing out energies, trying to get high vibe, and this thing is still not showing up, right? So then you start to get frustrated and you're like looking everywhere for it. Every day you wake up, you're really excited. You're like, okay, today I'm gonna manifest this thing. Today I'm gonna take the breadcrumbs, and nothing. You don't see the breadcrumbs, and you sit there and you ask, universe, I need a sign. What am I doing wrong? You get what I'm saying. And the reason why I can explain this is because I've been there. I've been there, and I still currently get there because it's very difficult, guys, when we want something. And this is part of just existence on this realm, being a co-creator with the universe and manifesting in the physical. It's really hard when our soul gives us this desire, because you get these visions for a reason, guys. You get these manifestations that you want to create with for a reason. And typically it is because the energy is pushing you to heal something within yourself. Something has to be healed in order for you to move forward towards this manifestation, right? So you can think of it as like the universe gifting you being this like great public speaker or something like that, but you're afraid to share your voice. So you take the journey through life learning how to share your voice, right? So it can be very frustrating when we get this desire and we want it so bad, but our external world is showing us something different. Our external world shows us, keeps validating the fact that we're not this thing, right? So then it becomes extremely hard to manifest, because you're probably like, Andy or Andrea, whatever you want to call me. How am I supposed to manifest the said thing when my external world keeps showing me something different, and then I can't hold that vibration of what I'm trying to manifest, and then I just get frustrated and stuck. It's like a cycle that just repeats. It's hell. That is hell, guys. If that is a place, that is hell. And to top it all off, you're taking all the action that you think should be getting you this thing, right? So say you want to be like an influencer or something like that, and you're doing all the creating, you're doing all the posting, or you're trying to grow your business, you're doing all the things to grow your business, and it still doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. It kind of feels like you're on a hamster wheel per se. So first things first, when you feel this resistance, when you feel like you're giving out more than what you're receiving, meaning you're draining your energy, when you feel this way, that is your number one sign to pull back. And not saying give up. I'm not saying to give up. I'm saying to pull the reins back. It just means that you are constantly focusing on what you do not have, and therefore you're out of alignment with the flow. You are out of alignment with divine action, with love. So when we are out of alignment with divine love, that's when we feel the resistance. We are acting more from our masculine energy, and don't get me wrong, we need that energy to help us to actually make decisions in and hold routines around, and to push us forward. But ultimately, you create your reality from the frequency that you put out. And when you create physical things, when you make posts online, when you create programs, when you create marketing, when you talk to people for sales, when you're speaking from a place of scarcity or from a place of forced action, that will be translated into what you do, into your action, into your speech, into your writing. People will subtly, and they may not consciously do it, but they will subtly pick up on that, and it will kind of push them away per se. So when you create out of love, then you will attract more love, because like frequency attracts like frequency, and that will be the reality that you shift towards. Your external world will shift towards that, and you will move closer to where you want to be. That's part of it. So when you're taking forced action, that is when you actually need to go within, take a few steps back, take a pause, maybe do some meditating, some journaling. That's when you have to go within and reconnect with God. Rejoin God. Remember who you are. Remember your why. Why are you doing the things that you are doing? Is it truly what your soul wants, or is it what the ego wants? So it might be a little bit of a check-in to what is truly in alignment with you. And if it is truly in alignment with you, maybe you're just burnt out. You're pushing too hard. You're searching for it constantly and not having faith, right? We're not actually trusting that the universe is going to deliver this thing, because if we hold a level of trust, guys, if we have trust, then it becomes no worries, right? There is no resistance, because we're like, well, one day it's going to get here. I don't know when it's going to get here, but I know that I'm going to do whatever it takes to achieve said thing, right? So you're just kind of going along through life and taking opportunities as they are presented to you. And you're in a state of allowing. So we actually have to be allowing, which is the flow state, a state of love and divine action. So my best advice is to take a pause and go within and reconnect with yourself. Like I said before, make sure it is actually what your soul wants. And maybe you need to actually take a pause and a break. Maybe rethink some of the things that you're doing as far as your plan. Make sure that it is in alignment with you. The things that you are doing are in alignment with you. So say that you're, making posts or something like that, and you don't really want to talk about this thing, but you're trying to talk about it because maybe it's what most of your audience likes or something like that. And that's okay. You can still create some content around it, but be sure to do things that are in alignment with love, because when you act from a place of love, you are on your soul's path. That is, your emotions are your guide. So do more of the things that you love in your business, and if that does mean losing some people as far as customers or audience or followers or whatever you want to call them, you're going to attract new ones, and you're going to attract people who are more your tribe, like your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So it's actually a good thing. And even if immediately it doesn't show up, it will, guys. So my next tip when your manifestation isn't showing up is, besides taking some time off, do the things that you love. Do the things that light you up inside. Spend time with family. You want to be in a vibration of love. So sometimes maybe we just got to stop paying attention to the things that aren't happening in our life, because the more that we say we don't have something, that's the signal we keep putting out, right? So the more we pay attention to it, the more that we don't have this thing. So why don't you take a time out and actually practice some gratitude and actually kind of focus on the things that are going for you in life. And even if you don't feel like anything is going for you right now, maybe sit down and make a gratitude list, because everybody has something that they can be thankful for in their life. Everybody has something that somebody wishes that they would have, right? Even if you don't like your job, somebody out there doesn't have a job, guys. Somebody wishes that they had what you had. You can even think of it as your health too. Maybe you have some aches and pains, or maybe you have an illness, or you don't feel good or something like that. Somebody out there, is on their deathbed and wishes that they had your issues, So you get what I'm saying. So actually sit down, make a list of gratitude, and then read over it and just kind of be like, I do have a lot going for me in my life. And the fact that you even have desires and manifestations that you want in life, guys, that is a gift. You're being given a vision. That is a blessing. If it's not showing up, you have to understand that it is not on your time. You are not a vibrational match just yet. It is on the universe's time of when this will happen for you, and it will be in your highest benevolence. Sometimes we are not ready for the things that need to occur in our life for said manifestation to happen, right? So for any kind of manifestation or healing or whatever you want to call it, there has to be some sort of a change, guys. There has to be a change in vibration. And that's thoughts, that's habits, that's patterns, like, you get the picture. You have to be willing to change. And sometimes, like, it's best just to take baby steps. It's the least painful for us. And sometimes people jump in with both feet. For example, if you have a 9-to-5 job and you're trying to get your business, like your passion project, like up and going, some people will just totally quit their 9-to-5 and figure it out in hopes that they can like financially support themselves. And some people will juggle, and it will just take a little bit longer. So you can see like how fast that you want to move with these things too. But ultimately, the universe is, you're never going to receive what you're not ready for. And that truly is a blessing, because change, no matter what it is, even if it's good, it's going to stress you out. It's going to stress the body out. It might be exciting, you might get some new opportunities, but there will be a little bit of stress that comes with it, because there will be something new. And sometimes before we can even change, guys, we have to hit rock bottom. Rock bottom isn't a bad thing either, because it's signifying change is coming. You're actually willing now to change, whereas before you were not. You were set in your ways. You were satisfied with what you were doing, and eventually you get sick and tired and frustrated enough that you just throw your hands up and honestly surrender. And that's kind of part of it too. And that's when you actually allow God to step in, the universe to step in and make the changes for you, and basically shift your reality, that you are giving over to God. Not necessarily giving up your freedom or your desire or anything like that. You're giving up control of what you think you need, and you're accepting what is for your highest benevolence, right? And that's when you will manifest your soul's desires. It's almost like a very freeing feeling. It's almost like it frees you up from all this resistance, the responsibility that this thing that you want or to manifest is all on you, and it's truly not. So whenever you kind of like give over responsibility and are just open to receive for your highest, it's actually a very good feeling internally. It's very peaceful, and there's a lot of, and I know for myself, when I get in a state of surrender, my body actually relaxes. So if you pay attention to how you feel. So ultimately, guys, to manifest, you really have to be in a state of surrender, of love and gratitude. And you also have to have faith, because what you want more than likely is going to take time to be this vibrational match, because our soul typically has to heal some self-limiting beliefs, and part of the reason why we want what we want, right? We want to challenge ourselves. We want to, if everything was easy, would it really be worth it? The satisfaction you get at the end of creating it, right? Ultimately, guys, that's life. Life is one big manifestation. And I know it may be like kind of hard to wrap your mind around, but honestly, that's what you're doing here. You're manifesting and creating a life, your life, right? And yes, there might be some aspects that you want things in your life, or you desire certain things, because, we are all deserving of the visions that we hold for ourselves. We have a whole lifetime to become these things, to get these things, to overcome limiting beliefs, to heal ourselves per se. It is the journey to getting there. It's the journey of becoming this vibration. It is the journey of rejoining God, of co-creating with the universe. And we have to actually take the journey, and even if we don't know what that looks like, it's stepping forward with faith. It's having faith in ourselves, but also, in the universe, that taking these steps forward, even though we don't know what the road looks like. We take steps forward knowing that we can achieve whatever we set our minds to because we have the force of God or love behind it. And that's going to be what powers your faith. The belief that you have, the level of belief that you have will be the thing that powers your faith, and it will be tested. And that is what life is, guys. And once you're more understanding and accepting that this is what the physical realm is, this is what life is all about, is just expanding ourselves pretty much and creating where we cannot create like this anywhere, then it just becomes a fun game. And you're just kind of enjoying the ride. You're enjoying what you're creating, but you're also enjoying just life's pleasures, life's gifts, things like your family, things like, going out in nature, or just like, festivities, or even food for that matter, things that are more human. But you get to enjoy these things, connections with people, things that you normally, well, I say normally, what is normal for me? I don't know. But things that you can't do in the higher realms of existence where you're already connected to, where you already truly exist. So it's kind of like trying to find the balance between the two, because yes, your soul did come here for a mission, but it also came here for a human experience, right? I mean, yeah, we can all kind of like say that if you're a light worker or whatever you want to call it, that we are trying to, change our world, and, we have a mission and things like that. And yes, it is part of it. It is, helping your fellow man is part of that, and expanding consciousness, helping them understand life and living their best life. But that's not always like, being spiritual. And if I'm talking more to light workers right now, or it's not always about just diving deep into religion or trying to push God on people, and trying to turn them into good people, right? No, that actually has to come within that person to want to change. What you have to do, and what we can all do, is just be love in your everyday life. Show love, give love. Give people what you want in your life. What you would want, try to give it to somebody else. Kind of like the golden rule, treat others how you would like to be treated. And that's really what happens because the law of karma. But you see what I'm saying, guys, is, despite not having your manifestations, despite not maybe envisioning the life that you want, or feeling like you've hit rock bottom, or that you're a failure or whatever, it is truly not everything. You're letting your external world dictate how you feel, and that is giving your power away. You can be this love without these things. And then, guys, I promise you, it will show up when you least expect it. And probably better than how you would even imagined it. That's kind of part of this too. I'm just kind of like going off the top of my tongue here, guys. But usually the universe's plan is far better than what we could have ever imagined. And if you know the universe's personality, it is very ironic and humorous. So it loves to one-up us every single time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I think it's getting pretty long. So I'll make another one of some more examples of, rather than just mindset shifts that you can do, I'll make a video on actual actions that you can take that will help you with this as well too. I just wanted to make a video that focused more on mindset shifts and just reminded you of your true power and what we are here and what we are doing, and of your mission. So that being said, guys, I'm sending you all of my light and all of my love. We'll see ya.